subscribe, turn on post notifications, and read the description. So when this video will be going up, it will be going up the same day as where I'm recording it, but I got a little busy today and I totally forgot that I had to make the video and put it up, so it will not be going up at the normal time. But you can see I have my Christmas lights on, and if you hear something, it's because I have my heater on, and then the LED light is red for December, like Christmas lights kind of colors, I guess. And then the last video which was yesterday, because I'm doing the whole Vlogmas this year, and if I don't post on a day and I miss it, I do apologize for that in advance, because I may not, I'm not sure. But yesterday was my first Vlogmas, so go check that out. And okay, so today what I'm pretty much gonna do, since I'm gonna be in a play, and I'll describe more about the play when it actually happens. It hasn't happened yet. It's gonna happen this Monday. And so today I had dress rehearsal, and so I'm gonna tell you about that. So that's what's gonna be in the video. If there's any talking in the background, I do apologize for that. I also am going to, of course, pause the video, and then I'll change into the clothes, and then I'll show y'all for which one, because I'm in 2 plays, but I have hardly any plays at all. So let's get into the video. Okay, so the first play I'm in is an earnest play, and then so I'm in that one, and then I'm Gwendolyn in that one, and I only have 4 lines, 3 at the most, and I do not have my backpack in here in my room, and it's out in another room. So I was gonna say I could read my lines for you. So I'll read the lines, I'll explain what's going on in the scene, and then what I'm doing, and then I'll go and I'll get into the costumes that I have to wear, and then when I do that, I'll come back and tell you the lines that I have to say for that. And then I'm in Peter Pan, which I'm Wendy in that one, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So today I had to be there at 9:30 for theater, and I was there at 9, so I had to wait in the car with my parents, and I was like, okay, this is taking forever, and because I was told the wrong time. And then I took a lunch so I could eat there, and then I was there practicing the Peter Pan the whole from 9:30 to 12, and then from 12 to 3 I was practicing my earnest play. And so I was literally there all day. And then our town does this old-fashioned Christmas, and so, excuse me, they do that tonight and then tomorrow morning. And we're not going to be able to do it tomorrow morning because I'm going to be going skating, so I had to do it tonight, and it was just so chaotic, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get the video uploaded. And I'm so I apologize if the video did not get uploaded on time, but the videos in this month, they're not going to get uploaded how the other ones, I have a certain time, 3 or 4 or something like that. They're just going to get uploaded, since I'm not pre-recording them like I do with my regular vlogs. So that's why they're not going to go up on time. And on Thursdays, when I'm still doing posting the vlog that I actually I think I said this in the last video, so whatever idea I have this coming up Thursday, next Thursday, that's just I'm gonna make it into my Vlogmas day. So this is Vlogmas day 2. So that's pretty much it for the play stuff. So let me go change into the first costume, and then when I change into that, I'll get the skits, the play, and then I will read the lines that I have to, and then I'll change into the other one. So let me go do that real quick. Okay, so here's my Wendy outfit. Yes, I do have shorts underneath this, and then these are my shoes. I'll take one off so I can show y'all. This is what the shoe is, and then I have to wear no show socks, and then I put that back on so I can get this back on. And then this is my outfit. This is my Christmas tree. Yeah, so it's my Wendy outfit. It came with this, but I'm not gonna probably wear that because I have nowhere to wear that. So yeah, I'm gonna redo like the lines, but I'm gonna sit down. Okay, I'm gonna put the chair over here. Like the dress is so long. I'm so glad I'm not like any shorter because it's so long to where like I need like it goes down to my ankles. Okay, so this is my play. By the way, when I'm starting this, me and Peter are walking in as he's talking to me, and then I'm like talking back, and I'm like, leaves him on this little rock to drown. And then like a vast below, and then like we're going to hide behind a rock, and then Tiger Lily and Starkey and Smee come out, and then they're like, don't be so rough, Smee. Roughish, but not so rough. And they're like, it is Captain's orders. And I'm like, poor Tiger Lily. And then they're like, what was that? And they're like, ahoy there, you lovers. That's like Peter. And then there's like Starkey, and then Smee, and then Peter. And then they're like, it is the captain. He must be swimming out to us. We have put the redskin on the rock, Captain. Set her free. But Captain. And then they're like, cut our bonds or I'll plunge my hook in you. This is queer. Let us follow the captain's orders. So they undo like Tiger Lily, like the rope and stuff. And then Hook comes and he's like, boat ahoy. And they're like, it is the captain. They're like, Captain is all well. He sighs. He sighs again. And yet a third time he sighs. What's up, Captain? The game is up. Those boys have found a mother. Oh, evil day. What is a mother? And then I'm like, he doesn't know? And it's like, what was that? And they're like, one of them mermaids. And then they're like, does not know, Smee. A mother is... there's a lesson in mother's feet. That's a bird's nest. Must have fallen into the water. But would the bird desert her eggs? And they're like, maybe she's hanging out about here to protect Peter. And they're like, Captain, could we not kidnap these boys and make mother and make her our mother? He's like, obesity and bunions, 'tis a princely scheme. We will seize the children, make them walk the plane, and Wendy shall be our mother. And then I'm like, never. And then there's like a funny part we came up with was like, what's like another splash from Peter, like right here it says that. He's just gonna go splash. So I thought that was like, we thought that was really funny. And they're like, and then they're like, this is my hand on and mine. Or like, they're like, what do you say, bullies? This is my hand on, this is mine. And there's my hook, swear. And then they all swear. And they're like, but I had forgot, where's the redskin? And when they're swearing, they're like doing like the Macarena and stuff. And I'm like, that's so funny. And then they're like, let her go and all that. And then that's pretty much it. And then we come to here. Well, that's like it from my lines. I don't have any more lines other than that. But I do have some other parts. And then they're like, odd bods, hammer and tongs, I hear you. And then they're like, I am Jas Hook, captain of the Jolly Roger. And they're like, no, you are not. Like, brimstone and gal, say that again and I'll cast an anchor in you. If you are Hook, come on, tell me who am I? A codfish, only a codfish, a codfish. Have we been captained all this time by a codfish? And then, like, right around there, me and Tiger Lily are going like this, back and forth. Like, I'm doing this with my hand and she's doing that with her hand. And we're like, as like when they're saying the codfish, because we thought that'd be funny. And so like when they're like, I'm like, you're a codfish, only a codfish. And like, only a codfish? And like, we're doing that only around there. And they're like, have you another name? And they're like, they're like, vegetable? No. Mineral? No. And then when they're saying animal, he's like, Peter's like talking back and forth with me and Wendy. And he's like, am I an animal? And we're like, yes. And then he's like, yes. And then they're like, man, no. Boy, yes. Ordinary boy, no. Wonderful boy. And he's like, yes. Like, he makes his like voice change. So it's like funny. And they're like, are you in England? And they're like, no. And it's like, are you here? Yes. They're like, Smee, you ask him some questions. And I'm like, I can't think of a thing. And they're like, can't guess. Do you give up? Yes, all of you. Yes. Well then, cook. I'm Peter Pan. And like, Pan, into the water, Smee, Starkey, mind the boat, take him dead or alive. And they're like, Lamb into the pirates. And then that's it. And so like, they're having their scene fight. And then while they're having their scene fight, me and Tiger Lily are, we chase Smee and Starkey around them while they're having it. We go behind the rock, and then we go boo, and then they get scared. And then Smee goes this way, and Starkey goes this way, and then they're running this way, because like then we scare them again. We're like boo, and then they take off running opposite, and then they run into each other, and then they go off stage, and then they're having their fight, and then Hook goes off stage, and then Peter, Wendy, and Tiger Lily go, and we do our handshake, and then Peter's like, oh, I have an idea, follow me. And then we go off stage and we come back and take our bow, and then that's it for that one. So that's what that one is. Let me change into my other costume, and then I'll explain about that one, and then the video will be over. Okay, so this is the outfit for the Ernest. It's a dress. We got it at Goodwill. I really like it because it has pockets. And yeah, I'm not like a real big person that likes to wear dresses a lot, so I used to when I was growing up, I think I got out of style, but I kind of have to wear it to play, so I was like, that's just a cute dress, I might actually keep it. And then I have my boots on, and then yes, I do have shorts underneath, and then I will sit down and explain this scene, or like this play, the Ernest one. I'm going to give a quick summary, and then I'll tell you my lines that I have to say, because I don't come in until like page 8, so there's like other people that are like before me, so I'm not going to read all their lines, but a quick summary of it is this one person wants to like propose to me, and then this other person's like, no, I don't give you my consent because that's my first cousin, and they're like, well, maybe, I guess I can accept it. And they're like, if I can get Lady Bracknell away from you and Gwendolyn, then you can have time to propose to her. And then he's like, well, I guess so. And the other, like the guy that's like my cousin in like the play is like, well, if you don't even really want to propose, then like, why are you doing this and all stuff? And then like, they're talking about like he's Jack in the country, but he's Ernest in town. He's like, well, you look as if your name is Ernest. You look as an Ernest, and I introduced you to everybody that was Ernest. You look as if you're an Ernest-looking person. And then they're like, he's like, oh, that must be Aunt Augusta. Only relatives or creditors ever ring in that wagering manner. Now, if I get her out of the way for 10 minutes so you can have an opportunity for proposing to Gwendolyn, may I dine with you tonight at Willie's? And he's like, I suppose so, if you want to. And then enter Lane, which is the butler, Lady Bracknell, and Miss Fairfax. And Miss Fairfax, I guess, is me because I guess that's like my last name or something. And then Algernon goes to meet them. And then Lady Bracknell's like, good afternoon, dear Algernon. I hope you are behaving very well. And they're like, I'm feeling very well, Aunt Augusta. That's not quite the same thing. In fact, the two things rarely go together. And then she sees Jack and bows to him with icy coldness. And she just kind of like nods her head like, yeah, I see you. Because like she doesn't really like him. And so that's why she's like, Algernon was like, yeah, Lady Bracknell doesn't really like him. He's like, what? Me? Why wouldn't she like me? And then Algernon goes to me and he's like, dear me, you are smart. And I'm like, and this is my first line to end this one. It's like, I am always smart. And then I have another line, like it's all in the same line. And then I go like look over like at like Ernest or like Jack, because I know him as Jack. I think I know him as like Jack, because it's like it isn't Ernest, it's Jack. So I know him as Jack, but like he's like, wait, I thought it was Ernest and stuff. So then I like when I'm saying, am I not Mr. Worthing? I'm looking over at I'm not going this much. I'm just like talking to like I'm talking to Algernon, my first cousin, and I'm like, I am always smart. And then I like look over a little bit. I'm like, am I not Mr. Worthing? And then he goes, and then Jack goes, you are quite perfect, Miss Fairfax. And then I go like to like the audience. I'm like, oh, I hope I am not that. It would leave no room for developments, and I intend to develop in many directions. And then after that, it says Gwendolyn and Jack sit down together in the corner. So we have like a chair set up with like a blanket on it. And then after I say that, like that line, then I go and like I walk over and then like he helps me sit down and then he gets me like bread and butter because Miss Lady Bracknell likes the cucumber sandwiches, and Algernon had been eating all of them, and he's like, and then Jack was gonna eat them, and he's like, no, don't, like, he slaps his hand, he's like, don't you eat that, like, those are for Lady Bracknell, like, or Augusta. And he's like, but you've been eating them this whole time. And he's like, here, have some bread and butter. That, Gwendolyn likes that. And then, like, that's what I have when I sit down. And then after that, he goes to Lane. And then, well, first she's like, Lady Bracknell's like, I'm sorry if we are a little late, Algernon. But I was obliged to call on dear Lady Harbury. I hadn't been there since her poor husband's death. I never saw a woman so altered. She looks quite 20 years younger, and now I'll have a cup of tea and one of those nice cucumber sandwiches you promised me. And so when she's saying this, she's like, now I'll have now I'll have a cup of tea and one of those nice cucumber sandwiches you promised me. Like, she's sitting up straight. And then he's like, certainly, Aunt Augusta. And then he goes over to the tea table and he gets in, and then Lady Bracknell's like, won't you come and sit here, Gwendolyn, because I'm sitting with Jack. And I'm like, thanks, Mama, I'm quite comfortable where I'm at. And he's like, good heavens, Lane, why are there no cucumber sandwiches? I ordered them specially. There were no cucumbers in the market this morning, sir. I went down twice. No cucumbers? No, sir, not even for ready money. That will do, Lane. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And then there's that, and then, like, he goes back and he brings the tea still to Aunt Augusta. But he's like, there's no cucumber sandwiches, and then, like, the curtains will close, and then that'll be it. But, trying to find where it's like, maybe it's in this page or the next one. Because then he's like, Shopspeare? Yes, of course. Hello, why are all these cups? Why cucumber sandwiches? Why such reckless extravagance and one so young? Who was coming to tea? And then, and that was Jack saying that. Excuse me. And they're like, oh, merely Aunt Augusta and Gwendolyn. How perfectly delightful. Yes, that is all very well, but I'm afraid Aunt Augusta won't quite approve of your being here. May I ask why? My dear fellow, the way you flirt with Gwendolyn is perfectly disgraceful. It is almost as bad as the way Gwendolyn flirts with you. And Lady Bracknell is my mom, so that's why she doesn't really like him. And then he's like, I am in love with Gwendolyn. I've come up to town expressly to propose to her. I thought you had come up for pleasure. I call that business. How utterly romantic you are. And he's like, I don't see anything about romantic and stuff about proposing and stuff like that. Maybe it's on this one where it's like about the bread and butter. Here it is. And he's like, oh, excuse me. Oh, there is no use speculating on that subject. Divorces are made in heaven. And then he's like, Jack puts his hand to take a sandwich and he's like, please don't touch the cucumber sandwiches. They are ordered specifically for Aunt Augusta. And then he takes one and eats it. And then he's like, well, you have been eating them all the time. That is a quite different matter. She is my aunt. Have some bread and butter. The bread and butter is for Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is devoted to bread and butter. So then he eats, like, bread and butter. But then he's like, what? And then he gets that and starts eating. He's like, well, my dear fellow, you need to not eat as if you were going to eat it all. You behave as if you were married to her already. You are not married to her already, and I don't think you ever will be. And he's like, why on earth would you say that? And he's like, well, first place, girls never marry the men they flirt with. Girls don't think it's right. Oh, that is nonsense. And he's like, my dear fellow Gwendolyn is my first cousin, and before I allow you to marry her, you'll have to clear up the whole question of Cecilia. And he's like, and then you'll have to have, like, my consent and stuff. And then that's, like, basically, like, the end of it. And so, I hope you really like this video. And make sure you comment down below if you've ever been in a play or in, like, theater or anything like that. So, I'm going to end the video here. And I hope you really like this video. And I know it probably will take a little bit time to get uploaded. So, bye.